Don't trust the scale. I'm here to talk to you today about a method that's going to really give you some really good feedback to whether your fitness and fat loss program is actually working or not. You see, what I have found in my past experiences with my clients and myself is that the only thing that comes out of getting on the scale and just using that as an indication is bad news. And we're emotional creatures. That bad news seeps into our program, and then all of a sudden we don't know what's working and we don't know what's not working. So it's a human fact, it's a fact that the human body is approximately 60 to 65% of water. On a 150-pound person, that's about 100 to 110 pounds of water that is fluctuating in and out of your cells, in and out of your fat, in and out of your muscle. Different things affect it. The time of the month for the ladies, how much sodium did you consume yesterday, what type of carbohydrates did you eat? Are you eating different type of carbohydrates that you're not used to? Your body is shuttling that water in and out of different places, and I'm sorry to tell you, but we're just not smart enough to really figure out how it works, and we don't know. So our scale weight fluctuates drastically because of that, okay? So the second reason is that we are blind. Our eyes are not very accurate when it comes to looking at our body and our physique in the mirror. So we can't trust the scale and we can't trust our eyes. Why do anorexic people think that they're fat? Because we're very emotional when we're embarking on a fitness fat loss program, and there's issues with that. One of my best client success stories who radically changed their body and their life came up to the last day on the retest crying because the scale stayed the same. But after we calmed her down and she found out she replaced 15 pounds of fat with 15 pounds of muscle and had inches off her waistline and her hips and everything, and she replaced fat with muscle, she started to let go of that emotional thing of sticking to just the scale. All right, so those are the two reasons why it's important not to trust the scale, okay? Three tricks and techniques, not tricks, but techniques that you can use to judge whether your fitness fat loss program is working is, in the order that I prefer, the last is the best. And that is the way your clothes fit. You know, just gauge by the way your clothes fit. If your waistline on your jeans is feeling more loose and you feel like you have more room in your clothes, that's a great sign. Just don't wash your jeans. Make sure that the clothes stay the same. But the clothes can be a pretty good indication that you're taking up less space in the room, obviously. Number two, a little bit better version of that is using the scale and a tape measure. A cloth tape measure that a seamstress would use, and you can once a week get on the scale, get a scale weight, put that tape measure parallel to the floor, right through the navel, the same tightness, and see how many inches that is around. If the scale stays the same and the waistline goes down, that means you've lost fat and gained muscle and replaced it. And that means your fitness fat loss program is going well. If the scale stays the same and your waistline measurement goes up, that's a bad indication that you're losing muscle and gaining fat. Okay, it's almost common sense. And the third technique that you can use that I prefer, it's very simple. A lot of us have been scared of it in the past. It's just a skin fold caliper test. It's a one-site skin fold caliper test. It's definitely good enough. There are 5 and 7 sites where you got to formulate and calculate. But these are very cheap online. Just Google search one-site skin fold caliper test. They're very simple. In 1 minute, you can have 3 numbers that are very important for you to monitor to really make changes in your fitness fat loss program and to find out what's actually working for you. Okay, all you need to do is the one-site skin fold caliper test always goes off the right suprailiac site. Suprailiac is your hip bone. So you just want to pinch right here, right on the side. Obviously, go underneath your shirt. Just read the directions. In 1 minute, you can absolutely know exactly how to do this. You pinch it, pull it away from the muscle, put that skin fold caliper on there. You push it till the little button clicks. You'll hear the noise and see how many millimeters thick that skin fold was. So mine is around 11 right now. Okay, so I go to the chart, 11 millimeters thick. All you need is 2 numbers. How many millimeters thick and your age. Right away I go and it says, all right, that's 11% body fat. Okay, so it's very easy and quick to find out what your body fat percentage is with the one-site skin fold caliper test. Now, you want to go a little bit further with that, and you want to use just a little bit of math. Bear with me, it's very easy because 3 numbers that are important. Your overall body fat percentage is not the only number that you need to monitor, okay? It's really simple with mine because mine's 11%. I'll simplify my scale weight at 200 for simplicity's sake. You want to move the decimal form on that 11% over 2 places to the left every time, and then times it times your scale weight. That's going to come up with how much your fat weighs. So body fat percentage is the first number that you get from the chart. Move the decimal form place over 2 places to the left, so 0.11 times the scale weight minus 200 comes up to 22 pounds of fat, okay? Now the last number that's important to monitor is your lean muscle tissue. Okay, we take your scale weight minus your fat weight, which was the second number, and you come up with your lean body mass. So if I cut 22 pounds of fat off my body, I would be dead because you need body fat to survive. But what would be left over is everything else besides body fat. Bones, organs, blood volume, everything except fat, skin. So when the lean body mass changes, since all those other factors don't change in weight, it's indicative of when that number changes lean body mass, it's indicative of if you're gaining muscle or losing muscle. So those three numbers are very easy to come up with. You can start to learn how to utilize those numbers in figuring out whether your fitness fat loss program is working. And what is key is those three numbers, body fat percentage, fat weight, and lean body mass. When those numbers change in the direction that you want, obviously you want your fat weight to go down and you want your lean body mass to go up. That means that your program is working. I wouldn't change anything. But if they're stagnant or you're actually losing muscle or gaining fat, then you're going to want to change one factor in your fitness program with regards to your resistance training, one factor with nutrition, one factor with your cardio, one factor with your rest and recovery or goal setting. So you want to change one factor at a time, and then once a week you want to monitor your progress, ideally with the one-site skin-fold caliper test, because it gives you a more precise feedback as far as fat weight, body fat percentage, and lean body mass. That's one excellent technique that you can use to start to decide what's working and what's not working. Because what's going to work for you is a lot different for fitness and fat loss than what's going to work for me, or quite a bit different, and the other people out here that are watching this. So you need to start to become your best personal trainer. You need to start getting your mind out of it, and I mean your emotions out of it, and just using your mind to gauge the progress or no progress that you're making or not making. And this is a great technique that will make you feel comfortable that you are in control of your health and fitness and fat loss. So there you go.